animations are all hands on deck, just doing as many injections as they can in a day, so they are...
and I don't even know if that's true. That was just a comment I saw somewhere, so don't take that with any kind of gospel.
But anyways, to stop talking about injection needles.
Yes, please.
Before the holiday break, I had been talking about potentially doing video game streams more. And I had heard really good things about a game called Inscription, which we played over Halloween because Zap gave us a really good recommendation of the game. And I really enjoyed the hour we played during Halloween. And I was like literally saving the game for streams because I knew it was the type of game that if I started playing it off stream, I would just play it until I beat it without doing literally anything else. And when I got home from New England, I was starting to feel pretty crummy because I was coming down with COVID. And I was just like, okay, yeah, so it turns out I am not saving Inscription for streams anymore. And I beat the game in like 3.5 days.
Dang.
And Inscription is really good. It has a presentation that is a little spooky looking, but it doesn't do jump scares, and it's not unnerving. It just has like a kind of spooky motif.
Yeah.
But it's not horrifying.
Right. Well, I'm saying that like I've beaten the game. I'm still in the midst of playing it. But from what I've seen so far, I agree with Stuart.
And it was a really fun game. It's a roguelike deck building card game. And the card game aspect of it is like pretty straightforward as far as like, I don't know if I could handle a rich strategy card thing. Like it, you know, it's a pretty approachable sort of digital card game.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I feel like I've had more difficulty with the card game portion just because I'm not super versed in that. So I think you, being someone who's more into gaming and card games, was able to master that pretty quickly. For me, it's taken me longer to get through that portion.
It's a roguelike, so you're supposed to die a couple times.
Sure, yeah.
And it...
I died more than a couple times, just for the record.
It introduces more concepts and mechanics in the game as you play. And it took me several deaths for the game to be like, okay, here's a mechanic that can like actually get you through to the end if you get a really lucky draw or whatnot.
Yeah. Alright, so I got some salt on this kale. I'm going to do a little bit ancho as well because I feel like chili powder goes super well with squash and sweet potato.
Ooh. So yeah, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about it. It's a game that you can spoiler really easily. The developer previously made a game called Pony Island. It's kind of like Frog Factions, and like the thing that you are playing changes over time or whatnot.
It's more than it appears.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. So go play it. If you got one of those Epic Game Store coupons, it takes $10 off any game that costs $15 or more, so you can pick Inscription up for $6. And it takes about 12 hours to beat. Like, just go buy it.
Alright, I'm going to stick this under the broiler. Let's see, what does this say? About 5 minutes, it says. So we'll go ahead and do that in our toaster oven.
Zap says Inscription was their game of 2021, and it was retroactively my game of 2021.
What was your game of 2021 before Inscription?
Oh, dang. I don't know.
Well, think about it and let us know.
Oh, wow, that's a tough one.
Ooh, I stumped Stuart. That doesn't happen very often.
I always have recency bias on those things. Like, Deathloop was a lot of fun.
Alright, let me catch up on chat here while everything boils and bubbles and
I was
finishes.
about to say, so Noodle asked, were there any movies we were looking forward to? And Hoju said, more Stuart Fox streams.
Maybe. I hope
Maybe.
Stuart streams more once he's feeling better.
Yeah, I feel really bad because I was definitely trying to save that game for streaming.
Thank you for the follow, Jazz. Happy New Year. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Jazz.
Hope you're doing well. Peanut Shells lives between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Of course. How could I forget that? You've been such an awesome companion when we've been experimenting with jambalaya and gumbo and red beans and rice. Pretty sure the only person on the other side of the globe right now. Perhaps, Noodle. Perhaps. Alex, your flu shot this year made you bleed and bruised your arm for almost a week. Wow, I don't think I've had a flu shot do that to me before. I'm sorry to hear that. Bemused, illness aside, did you have a good time over Christmas with Andrew's family in New England? It was a great Christmas. It's been 2 years since I spent Christmas with my family, and it was really good having that experience again, especially since, you know, I have a niece now, so it was great. I mean, she's only just turned 1, so she didn't really understand Christmas and was more interested in the wrapping paper than the gifts, but still, it was great to be there to see her first